If you repair your credit like this, you will go to jail.
In handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit, 29-year-old Rokisha Brisby was led in front of a judge today after being arrested Friday for what investigators call a multi-million-dollar credit repair scheme.
She faces 5 to 99 years in prison.
And it's not just credit repair. I told you all years ago to stop doing this too.
Somebody told me that I was able to use my CPN.
So this is fraud. So that's what you're being detained for. You have your ID on you? I don't. How you don't have your ID but you purchasing a vehicle? The issue is the ID that was presented does not come back to you.
In this video, we're going to show you all what happens when you try all of these tactics, all of these things you saw on YouTube, you heard from your friend, you saw from your cousin, know somebody that's going to give you the hookup. We're going to show you what's likely to happen if you keep doing this. Watch this.
We are learning more about the woman accused of defrauding financial institutions of more than $3.3 million. 29-year-old Rokisha Brisby is now charged with 2 counts of forgery of a financial instrument. According to Harris County Precinct 4 Constable Mark Herman, Brisby would then forge law enforcement documents and send them to financial institutions saying the transactions were fraudulent and not the customer's fault. Constable Herman saying Brisby did this at least 133 times over a 2-year period, and that one financial institution eventually became suspicious, reporting her to authorities.
She used my front page of the police report with my name on it to submit to these institutions. But there are other law enforcement agencies that we feel strongly she has used their reports too.
Right now, Brisby is still behind bars awaiting her first court appearance. If found guilty, she faces 5 to 99 years in prison and a $10,000 fine.
Quick, if you're looking for a way to improve your credit score, we can take a look at your credit report and create a custom game plan for you so you can improve your credit score and get closer to your credit goals. You can click the link in the description below to learn more. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about this. All right. Not all people that are in the credit repair industry are trying to do things that will put themselves in jail, put you in jail, or do anything that's essentially fraudulent. Okay. I would have to say that there are some people in the industry. I myself, I hate to say that I am a part of the credit repair industry, which is why I say credit education, not necessarily because of the education portion, but just because people have to understand credit is not just something that you try to repair. It's something that you try to either build around, try to get negative items removed, things of that sort, but you're trying to do things the right way. Banks, financial institutions, credit bureaus, they know that it's accurate. They know it is. They know what you want. They know that you want it removed. That's why I'm one of the few people on YouTube that will tell you some things will come off, some things won't. Now, if you want to spend all your money, you want to spend all of your time trying to just try to get things removed and things of that sort, we're not even gotten to the money that you spend to get there, right? But you have to understand, if you keep doing things like this, you're just going to increase your chances of something like this happening.
In handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit, 29-year-old Rokisha Brisby was led in front of a judge today.
More and more folks are coming forward that have used her to try to fix their credit.
After being arrested Friday for what investigators call a multi-million-dollar credit repair scheme. She would commit illegal activity falsifying police reports to increase her clients' credit scores.
Well, she submitted police reports on these folks' behalf saying that the monies that were spent were fraud or stolen, and this is the police report to prove it.
Until Herman says one of those institutions reached out to his office with questions.
We noticed that the case numbers did not correspond with our current case number system.
133 falsified police reports from his department alone. And Herman says there's evidence she used reports from other agencies as well.
FBI is involved with us. We flagged many of her bank accounts, and we'll be able to see exactly how much money she made off customers.
Now, I know what you're saying, Calvin, that just happened to them. They just got caught up. Let me explain something to you. How many of you guys remember wholesale trade lines? Yeah, y'all remember them, right? They were on YouTube, big deal. Y'all remember this guy, right? right? He looks trustworthy, right? Here's the thing. It's not that he's not trustworthy, right? Because I don't know him as a person. What I do know is that the company that he owned, it pretty much was it operated in a gray area. We all know that you what a trade line is, and that if you purchase a trade line, you're essentially purchasing a seat on someone else's credit card. You're purchasing a position on someone else's credit card. Now, here's the thing. Technically, there's not enough legal documentation to say that trade lines essentially are illegal, because they're not illegal, especially when they're used a certain way. However, banks do not like when people essentially create a business, essentially making money without them making money. That's what it comes down to. Let's call a spade a spade. You are making money without the bank making money, selling positions on a card that is really issued by them, that they allow you, the credit card holder, to actually have that credit card. So when you're adding people on as authorized users, they're assuming it's friends, it's family, right? But you're not essentially, and in reality, they don't really care who you add to the card. Watch this. They care about how many people you have on the card, on and off. Let's say you add 5 people, doesn't matter who they are, to your credit card, because Capital One allows you to add up to 5 people. Let's say, for example, the card is yours. You have the credit card. You allow people to get on your credit card. Let's say you charge them or you didn't charge them. That's up to you. Either way, now they've paid for a position. If you really know how trade lines work, that means you know that you can remove those people as well and then resell that same seat, and everybody keeps eating, or everybody keeps essentially getting the results that you built on your credit card. Here's the thing. The problem is that when you remove those people, each person that you remove from that credit card, and then you resell that position. So essentially, a brand new person pays you to be on that credit card. That's what the banks don't like. You're not only turning this into a business, right? And they don't make any money from it, but it's essentially the fact that they're allowing you to have access to something. Again, I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what banks think and what they already know. You guys get the good stories of, hey, I can go to this website, I can get this trade line, everything's good, good to go. Let me show you what happened to his company when he thought the same thing. He got shut down, as you can see. He got shut down. Let me tell you something. We have all had bad experiences, whether it's at a restaurant, whether it's at a financial institution, a bank, a dealership, you name it. We've all had bad experiences. You are listen, I got some very smart people watching this video. You are very smart. And you're smart enough to know that if the FTC shuts a company down, that means it got to get all the way up the ranks, right? How many times have you seen places? Some of you all have been to restaurants, okay, by your house. I'm kidding. But some of you all have been out to eat to a place, and it should have been shut down. Some of you all have been to other establishments where it should be shut down. The FTC reached out to him and said, listen, shut it down, right? Look at these reviews. Check this out. And you can clearly see that people are going through this. They were one of the biggest trade line providers on YouTube and on the internet not long ago. We're talking like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. And you can see right here, Wholesale Trade Lines is a crooked company by all standards. I never thought I would be the one writing this review because I trusted them based on the YouTube videos I had watched from Val Singles. Now, if you guys don't remember, Val was, I think, the girlfriend, the wife. I don't know. Once you get a certain amount of money and you start doing illegal stuff, stuff gets real fuzzy on the relationship side. But let's go ahead and get back into it. I purchased a trade line from them for $995, and it was supposed to be processed about 5 days later. However, because I was in the process of closing on the house, I decided to cancel the order the next day. My loan writer didn't want to see an account popping up on my credit that was there last time the credit was pulled. I explained this to them and even said I will be coming back to them to do my credit repair since I still had some stuff I wanted to clean up. They obliged and canceled the order. I still have proof of everything in my mailbox. I received an email that could take up to 10 days for the money to be refunded. I canceled the order in 2019. Today was nighttime on 1/21/2020. I still don't have my refund. I've called them 3 times, and in a span of 2 weeks, they kept saying their account department would get back to me a couple days later with an email. I was like, I don't give a care about a stupid email, which they never sent anyway, by the way. Just refund me my money. I don't understand how you will cancel an order with the company and they will refuse to refund you. I've never seen that one before. I've reported the charge to my bank and will let my bank deal with them. I'm now on a crusade to spread the word about this crooked company as much as possible. Here's what really happened in this situation. This was around the time that the company was getting shut down. So a lot of their accounts were frozen. I'm not making an excuse for them. The reason why that ended up happening is because, again, banks do not like when you are becoming the middleman or middlewoman between a person that owns the credit card and a person that wants to be on that credit card. They do not like the business aspect of you stepping in between. They want it to be a natural, normal situation. And if they don't feel like it's a natural, normal situation, because they can shut a company down. But what can you do on the consumer side? They close out your account. That people only talk about the positives. Oh, I paid X amount of dollars. I was on this credit card. This credit card was 5 years old, 10 years old, had a $20,000 limit, had no balance, no late pays. My credit score went up 50 points, 100 points, 125 points. That's the good news you hear. But here's what you don't hear. You don't hear about how people get their credit cards shut down, how they get their credit card accounts closed, all those years of perfect history gone. All those people that was on that credit card, yeah, not only did they not have a chance to remove themselves before the bank closed the card, now they have a closed credit card account on their credit report. So again, there's risk involved. So what do you guys got to do? What can you do to improve your credit score the right way? It's a lot of ways, it's a lot of things you could do, right? Number one, look at how much money you're about to spend on a trade line. $300, $500, $1,000 like this guy, right? Listen, there's so many places you can put $1,000 that will help you improve your credit score almost within 30 days. Question: usually when we see people that have credit scores in the 400s, the 300s, the 500s, there's nothing that $1,000 credit card couldn't do to get you those same points. Right? You can put that $1,000 towards some credit card balances. You can put that $1,000 towards some collections that you could settle and probably get removed, have as a pay for delete. You can put $1,000 on 3 or 4 different secured credit cards and then not use those credit cards for anything. Just put them on auto pay with small bills. You can put $1,000 towards settling an account. You get what I'm saying? So again, that's just a trade line. We're not even talking about CPNs. Look what happened to these people.
On October 13, 2022, Chamblee police officers responded to a call at the Landmark Atlanta dealership regarding a suspicious individual attempting to pick up a car with fraudulent identification.
Hey, one of my detectives want to holler at you real quick. Huh? She need to talk to you for a second.
How you going?
You come to the back, babe. Why y'all grabbing my arm?
I got you.
No, don't take
I'm
my
not gonna.
phone.
I'm not gonna take it up. But you're not gonna bet it. Where you going? You're not gonna need
Wait,
it.
sir, please don't.
I said I will hold it for you.
Can you come to? Babe, can you come to the back of the dealership, please? Why are y'all?
Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying that you're Peter Jessica Smith, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Keenan Walker. Because I know Peter Jessica Smith is a writer for a New York newspaper, for a Christian newspaper.
Right.
And he's a white man with blue eyes.
Right.
When we run this license, that's what it comes back to. So this is fraud. So that's what you're being detained for. Plus, you have a picture with your real name on here.
Yeah. And you know something else crazy though?
What?
Somebody told me that like I was able to use my CPN.
Under Peter Jessica Smith?
Yeah.
You know? Really?
I swear on my mom. What I'm so like? I mean, what y'all want me to say? Like, they told me to get a car, and that's how I would be able to do it.
I told you guys years ago, not to use these CPNs. But people in the comments was like, he don't know what he's talking about. This guy don't know what he's talking about. Man, forget him. Okay. Listen, let me just give you guys a rundown quickly about my track record. I worked at a dealership for over 6 years. I sold over 550 cars in less than 4 years. I'm not bragging on how many cars I sold. I'm more so bragging on how many people I saw. So you, at minimum, I sold 100. What's that? 550 cars in 4 years. So at minimum, I at least work with 1,000 people because nobody's seeing half the people, right? That means I work with at least 1,000 people every single time. Every time. Now we didn't call the police on people. We didn't, because every time they tried to use that CPN, it never worked. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't a successful way to use your CPN at a dealership, because I'm sure somebody gonna crawl into the comments and say, "Yeah, no, you just doing it wrong. This is what you got to do. You got to do." Listen, like I said, if you keep doing that, this can potentially happen to you, depending on what state you're in. They are cracking down on this. Y'all already know credit repair is illegal in Georgia. They're not the only state to have it. Like, a lot of other states are cracking down on this, man. But again, like I said, if you do it the right way, nobody can take that from you or your family. All right. And pay attention to this, because you're going to see this police officer again.
On October 18th, 2022, Chamblee police officers responded to a call from Landmark Atlanta dealership regarding a suspicious couple attempting to purchase a vehicle using fraudulent ID. Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, the officers detained the couple and proceeded to handcuff them for further investigation.
How y'all doing? Good, how are you? All right, I'm Detective Lloyd. Called in because we had an issue. Miss Manema? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, issue.
Yeah. You have your ID on you?
I don't.
How you don't have your ID but you purchasing a vehicle?
I don't have an idea.
You have your ID on you, sir? Don't stand up for me.
For me?
Both of y'all.
Picture, man.
I'm on your purse. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I get it.
You got your ID on you, buddy?
No, I got a picture though.
You ain't got no type of ID on you?
I don't.
You put both the cups. Okay. Can I put your hand on your back on? Whatever it is. I'm about to explain to you. Put the palm together. We'll put the palm together. Okay. The issue is the ID that was presented. The ID that was presented does not come back to you. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. You knew that though. Did you not?
It don't let me go down for anybody. What the hell?
How you know her?
I just met her.
Huh?
I just met her.
You just met her and you gave her a ride up here.
No, it's some, I mean, he doesn't know me. He just met me last night.
Okay.
And we can go. If we're gonna go, we can go.
If you gonna go, you can go.
Wherever we're gonna go from here.
Okay.
Got money, so I ain't think that. I thought I caught me a female with some money.
A thorough search of the vehicle ensued, leading to the discovery of additional fake IDs and social security cards.
Lloyd, it's a fake ID.
That's fake too?
Yep. And our Georgia one came back to some white lady.
Oh, that came back to some white lady?
Yep.
And the New York is, we can't see the ID photo for the New York one, can we?
Listen, I don't know what else to show you. Stop taking shortcuts. It's not worth it. You can put that money into something else that's going to get you a much better result. Okay. You can easily listen. If things don't come off your credit, you can build around it. I've made over 1,300 videos on this channel. At least 500 videos are telling you what to do to improve your credit score. You may need a credit builder. You may need to do a pay for delete with a collection company. You may need to make an arrangement with a charge off. You may need to get another credit card or an account in general. You may need to remove yourself as an authorized user, but nobody wants to talk about these things. We want to put our credit report, watch this. We want to put our credit report in a microwave, put it on 30 seconds, and then take it out before it even beeps, right? And then just hope. We want to put in a 300 credit score, 400 or 500, something that doesn't qualify for home ownership, but we want to go into a home this year, right? And you put it inside the microwave, and then you just want to wait and come back and then swing back around, and then your credit is beautiful again. But here's the thing. The report changed, the score changed, but who didn't change? You didn't change. So it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time before who you really are shows back up again, because you're a shortcut person, right? And I'm not knocking you because you thought it was a good idea. But the thing is, you probably didn't even know that doing these things could get you into trouble. Do things the right way. You say, well, what are those things, Calvin? Keep watching this channel. Get my advanced credit blueprint. Let me take a look at your credit report, and I can then put something together for you, right? But if you don't even want to do that, it's perfectly fine. There's always going to be free videos on this channel that's going to walk you through improving your credit score, qualifying for home ownership, qualify for rental property ownership, buying a car, leasing a car, lowering your car payment, getting a high limit credit card, finally getting in the high sixes, finally getting in the 700s, finally getting in the 800s. You can accomplish this. But you have to learn the information and then put action behind it. It's information, then action. Some of you all take the information, look for the shortcut, and say, forget the action. But what you end up with, here's what you're missing. You can't teach your family the shortcut. Even if you did, the shortcut not going to work the same. If you show them the right way, though, if you show them the right way, they can't take anything from you. You're like, well, what about these politicians and these bankers and all? They got millions and billions in the bank. You don't. So you got to play by some of the rules. You got to play by some of the rules. And if you don't, this type of stuff will continue to happen. So again, if you want to do things the right way, you're at the right place at the right time. And if you think this video was great, listen, wait till you get to the next one. I'll see you there.